arranged that actually because God wanted to bring him in contact with Samuel. And because God had a word for him about the kingship over Israel. So it was then that his destiny was on. His future was revealed by the fact that he was going to be the king Israel. So that is encounter. His encounter with Samuel changed everything about his life. So you may need to ask yourself this question. Who was Elisha without Elijah? Who was Elisha without Elijah? Or who would Elisha have been without Elijah? Remember? Elisha was just one frustrated young man keeping his father's farm, working with the other farmers, other staff in the farmland, until an encounter with the same prophet, Elijah. That changed everything. That into his prophetic destiny. Hear me? Every child of God has a prophetic destiny. Do you hear what I call it? A prophetic destiny. What God has designed for your life. It's not what you design, but what God designed. Who was Joshua without Moses? Or who would Joshua have been without Moses? It was his encounter with Moses. Life. Following Moses, brought limelight, and brought him to the point where he became the leader of Israel. Who was Timothy without Paul? Or who would have been without Paul? Who was Peter without our master Jesus? Who would he have been? He will have remained a fisherman. Always frustrated. We have toiled all through the night and we caught nothing. Most of the time, that was his story. Jesus said, I will make you, come follow me. I'll make you fishers of men. Not just of fish any longer. There are realms you will not enter into in life without an encounter. That's what Hosea told the prophet. He preserved Israel. Please, you have to understand from this evening that your potentials is designed to explode, is designed to find expression, is designed to grow, is designed to manifest under the tutelage of a God-sent prophet. Potential. Your potential talks about what you could become, but you have not become it yet. What you could become, this person can become this, but you end up not becoming it. There are a lot of people that ended up becoming nothing. There are people who have seen great potentials in certain, area of life. And at a time, you see the potential growing and their capacity developing. And then, at another point in time, it's just as if there was a sabotage. And they stopped growing. And they stopped moving in the direction that God was taking them. And then suddenly, everything about their life started nosediving. Because there was a change of direction. When we were much younger, there were a lot of young men. I'll give you an example here the other day. When we were in secondary school, some of my secondary school mates, every one of us had ambition of what you want to be, where you are heading to, and all of that. And each one, especially those who were in the science class, each one had the potential of becoming whatever they said. Becoming a medical doctor, becoming an engineer, aeronautic engineer, whatever you want to become. Each one had that potential. Becoming a great person, But today, when I met one of my classmates, secondary school classmate the other day, and he was telling me our senior prefect, who was so brilliant when we were in secondary school, and saw him on the streets of Lagos, now as a garage boy. Now he's a garage boy. When I say garage boy, now he's a garage father. Because it can't be less than 50. I saw one of my schoolmates also again on the street of Ibadan, around Sango Market, selling pepper by the side of the road. But see, the potential, that from Funke said she wanted to be a medical doctor. And the potential was there. The intelligence were brilliant. God tells you that they had the potential. But have they become what they dreamed to become? No. So the same thing, everyone, as I said now, have the potential to become a great person. You don't automatically. Because nothing just happened. Nothing, good or bad, nothing just happened. So that's why I said that your potential explodes or grows under the tutelage of your God-sent prophet. That's one of the things. Joshua could have ended up as a nobody, but because Joshua was tutored by Moses, Deuteronomy chapter 34 verse 9, and Joshua was full of the spirit of wisdom because Moses had laid hand on him. But you must understand that putting hand on somebody's head. If I'm to teach on that one verse, alone, I can teach on developing potential for leadership. Just that one verse. Then you understand that Moses laying hand on Joshua was not just literally Moses putting hand on him. It goes beyond that. It talks about all that Moses had done to grow and develop Joshua to come to that point, which include rebuke, which include discipline, which include instruction, direction, redirection, redirection. So it's that Moses has put his hand upon him. The Bible said in 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 46, the hand of the Lord came upon Elijah. And so, but it's not the same thing. That was talking about impartation. And this was not just talking about laying of hands. It goes beyond that. It's talking about tutelage. Moses has tutored. There are people who have put hand on their head like this, who are still walking in foolishness. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not just a literal laying of hand. If you lay hand on coconut head, nothing will happen in that head. You lay hand on someone who have not sat down to learn anything. You will do nothing. Where will the wisdom come from? Wisdom come from just laying hand on people like that. There are people that the laying of hand they need is of slapping. Their eyes will clear. Their ears will pop open. You know what I'm saying? Last week I told me, I said, I was talking to one about someone, someone not here. So I said, that person here, I don't know the kind of deliverance he needs. I said the kind of deliverance this person needs is the kind of deliverance that only Reverend Emeka from Cameroon is the only one that ministered that kind of deliverance. I don't remember Reverend Emeka from Cameroon. I forgot that my friend from Cameroon. I said, but you have forgotten. Rebecca Cletus is from Yaoundé. Hey, I like that man's deliverance. I said, oh, he means that it's not deliverance. He will, by the time he smack your hair like 3 times, if I even you to come back to church next week with demon, by the time you are coming, you will tell the demon on the road, I beg, leave me alone. before this pastor, we take slap, scatter my head. Next time you will agree to carry demon in your life again. That's what I was saying. I said, some people, that is kind of deliverance they need. Anyway, so Moses tutored Joshua. That brought Joshua to the level of wisdom that we saw him operated. People hearkening unto him because they saw excellence, they saw leadership, capacity, they saw the potential leader in him. And that's very important. So you must recognize the prophet that God has placed over your life and submit under him without reservation. You must recognize the prophet that God has placed over your life and submit under him. Because for God to place a prophet over you, God has given him an assignment in your life. I'm not talking about, in those days, I don't think I've really seen that much here. Maybe once or twice. You have some prophet that walk around on the street. They will enter one street, and then people will come out, and then they will start all manner of funny things. They tell people put water inside basin or put water inside something. When people are spiritually ignorant, many things go wrong with their life. Sometimes they will enter into houses, When your parents go and bring some of those kind of prophets, if you put your head down, in fact, your life is in trouble. Because you don't know where they are coming from, you don't know what they carry. There's a guy that came here the other day, I should pray for him, that was praying every Chingon demon. He told me, say he's a prophet. There is a prophet. There is a prophet. And I imagine that kind of prophet come to your house. Listen to me, especially all of you young people. See, you must understand that your head is so sacred. Because the head of a man, your head, is your life. If they cut your leg, you will still be alive. True or false? If they cut your hand, you will still be alive. True or false? Even if they cut part of your bum, you will still be alive. True or false? Talk to me now. Eh? But if they cut your head, I'm sure you will still be running around. Eh? Cut a man's head. Your breathing faculties from where? Your eating faculties from where? Your sight faculties from where? Your hearing faculties from where? Your reasoning faculties from where? So it's that the head carries so many things. And that's why you must not allow anybody to lay hand on your head anyhow. Said, lay hands suddenly on no man. And I say, let no man lay hands suddenly on you. You know what I'm saying? Paul spoke to us who are pastors. Lay hands on him. I don't just go around lay hands on people. What concern me with you? I'm not a pastor. I don't lay hands on you. So that you not be a partaker of another man's sin. So if pastors are warned not to lay hands on no man, then people who are members must also be careful not to allow anyone to just lay hands suddenly on you. Somebody will just submit something to your life that you don't know. You went to go and hire a prophet from somewhere. Say, everybody come here, come here. Prophet have come. I beg. Your life will be a confused one. That's why, if you're a prophet, then please don't come back to church on Sunday. Do that one. So that your life will not be a mix-up. Because you can't come here, receive laying of hand. Go there, receive another laying of hand. We put, somebody remove. We remove, somebody put. Are you hear what I'm saying? You must understand. That's a spiritual principle. You come here, we bind. Then you go there, they lose. You come here, we lose. You go there, they bind. You're having crisis in your life. It's important. And it pains me most because a lot of parents don't understand some of these spiritual principles. Some parents just drag themselves and drag their children just anywhere. Just drag them. And you too, just like not even goats. Even goats have sense. What are some Christians? There's some goats, when you type, you want to, they will ring. Some goat has some sense. You jack the goat and carry him like this. Because you know that this goat no won't go anywhere. So some goats have sense more than some Christians. They just drag you here, you to just go. Drag you there, you to just go. Drag you there, you to just go. Anywhere they just drag you go, you just go. They drag you to the one where they are using broom to flog you. Tomorrow they drag you to the one they are baiting you at the river, you go. Next week they are using one they are going to break coconut on your head, you go. And then we go to the one where they are burning candle on top of your head, you go. What kind of rubbish is all those ones? You have collect all those nonsense everywhere. And your life has become so confused. You now come and make. You come and say, hey, I don't pray for people just anyhow. There are people that when I know that this one is John a long, I'll give you long John fasting. That's what I call it, long John fasting. Now you carry your hair, go carry things. Now you go take your mouth, lose it. If your mouth can't lose you, that me, I will be fasting for you. Because of what? My friends start 21 days fasting and prayer. I'm becoming every evening. You come 5 minutes, I just pray for you in Jesus' name. See you tomorrow. You like fast, I don't fast. You don't fast, your problem remains. Fast. After 21 days, you have gone to burn candle on your head somewhere. But Abba, you don't think things people do these days? Recognize God sent prophet and submit yourself. Like a prophet or somebody meet you one day and say, sorry, sir, I appreciate you. I appreciate God's grace upon your life, but I have a prophet over my life. Simple. Simple. Somebody met Joy one time, prophesied to her. What did you tell the man of God? Huh? He says, don't bother yourself. I have a pastor. I submit to. That's my prophet. It's simple, straightforward. Otherwise, you will take your head and collect what is not your own. And eat well. Eat well. If I'm going to die, you are not the one that God will even tell. God will tell my pastor. As long as God has not told my pastor, I will die. And told him to fast. That day, Pastor Sam cuckoo, better food and eat well. Is it not the one that we had his voice from Ibadan last Sunday? Please, grow up. Tell your neighbor, grow up. And for those of you who are young, stop allowing your parents to be dragging you here and there like chicken. Because even goats have sense more than some people. There are places you will drag goats will refuse to go. He will just, all the 4 legs. Goat is so, he will just, I know they go anywhere. I know they go anywhere. Leave me alone, go. Flog it, he said, I know they go. So that you are taking me to the slaughter. I know they go. I know they go. Praise God. That's what I'm saying. Because it's important. Recognize your God-sent prophet. God, prophet said over your life. Submit under him without reservation. So that their ministry can bless you. God uses your prophet to deliver you. Hosea 12 tells us. By the prophet, he brought Israel out. Is there anything that God will bring you out from? God has anointed the prophet and he has put you under that prophet. That's the essence. That's the cover. He didn't put you by the roadside. He put you under a prophet. Jeremiah 3:15 says, I will give you. God says, I will give you. Pass after my heart. I will give you. So don't go after people that God has not given you. If there's a pastor that God has given you, everything you need for your life to experience glory, God has put it also in that pastor, in that prophet. You are delivered. Having a spiritual authority over you helps you to grow faster in the spirit. And it helps you to stay on top of anything. when you have spiritual authority over your life, it helps you to grow faster in the spirit. And it helps you to stay on top of anything. You can't get it wrong. Because you will have access to divine direction. You have access to divine direction. The mind of God. You are sure there is a voice speaking over your life. The counsel of God. Exodus 17, verses 8 to 13. Moses sent Joshua and the people. And then Moses went to the mountain to pray. Every time the hand of Moses goes up, Joshua and his people. Whenever the hand of Moses comes down, the Amalekites come prevail over Joshua. To tell you that there's a connection between the hand of your man of God and your conquest, your breakthrough, your success. You don't exist in a vacuum. You don't. See, in heaven, God brought you to Zionhill Church, planted you in Zionhill Church. The Bible said that they that be planted in the house of the Lord. You see, I walked in, somebody invited me, but it is God who brought you and planted you. So in heaven, in your record in heaven, your address, your spiritual address is the place that God has planted you. That is what is in your address record in heaven. Like, he lives at number 3. So person. Spiritual address, Zionhill Church. Zionhill Church. So on Sunday, when the heaven is making arrangement for distribution of blessing on Sunday, okay? So. And then on that Sunday, you are not in church. You are not in church. You just stroll somewhere. That's what I tell people. Even when they invite you for child education somewhere. See, be at your church. Receive your blessing, and then you can go and join people for their child education. Because that education, you will only wear for ceremony. You know what I'm saying? You only wear for ceremony. You only wear for ceremony. Be your church. Receive your own portion of blessing for that day. Very day. You are not the one dedicating the child. Then you now go there and sit down from morning to night. Receive your blessing, then go and join them. All you will do there is not to join them to dance when they carry the baby and go to the altar. Is that not so? Eh? Join them to dance, and when you dance, and when you dance to the front, you dance back. And just to show face, say, I was there. Abi? Uh-huh. Then join them to eat rice. After all, you're not even the baby's godmother or godfather or godsister. Those are some of the things that believers do that get a lot of Christians out of their place. So in real life, if in real life you don't have anyone who can call you to order when you are to go astray, then you are a prey. You are a prey. If in real life you don't have anyone that can call you to order, if or when you are to go astray, you are just a meat in the mouth of a lion. It's a matter of time. You are a prey in Satan's hand. Satan will soon finish that person. Because nobody can caution you. Nobody. And listen to me. If nobody can speak to you, then nobody have authority to speak for you. If no one can speak to you, then no one can speak for you before God. God can speak to you and also speak for you. Every high priest ordained of God is ordained for man in things pertaining to God. You see? Ordained for man. So there must be someone ordained to speak to you. Then he has the authority to also speak for you. My pastor, pray for me. If he speak to you, will you hear? The man you ask to pray for you, where will he direct his prayer to? It's not heaven. It's not to God. If he speak to you on behalf of God, will you hear? Now you want him to speak to God on behalf of you. If he speak to you on behalf of God, will you hear? Will you listen? If he gives you instruction, divine direction on behalf of, will you follow? Just speak to God. Speak for me. Now, ladies, don't marry such men, or else you will suffer for it. Marry a man that is not that is not in submission under a man of God. I'm telling you the truth. And all of those of all these young people that your eyes is shining like all those old torchlights. That those will shine tiny like this, no old torchlight. It will shine small. Not all this LED one that don't. No one have only one bulb. And it will shine. Ching! That's the way the eyes of most of our young ladies are. Oh, but go and somebody say want to marry you. Just listen to me. Even if you have known that person since you are a baby in the womb, the two of you have been communicating from his mother's womb to your mother's womb. If it's not a man that is submissive under any man of God, if you marry that person, you are doomed. I'm telling you the truth. You are doomed. It's a matter of time. Today I was hearing about somebody, one particular mommy was telling me, someone who, I think, is it 2 years now, 3 years, that carry her bag and return back. Yeah? You got married. Got married though. And the man is, let me not mention the name of the church, one of the evangelical churches. Married. Said the guy went and bought better koboko for her. Anything happen like this, we just bring koboko. If I can. Now she has carried her bag and returned back to her mama's house in the car here. But the thing was shocking her that time. If they have told her, oh, no go, say, you know what, make her marry. Now the same man she wanted to die for. Now she's running away from the man. There are people that took us as enemy because of a particular man. Now they are running away from that same man. They don't want to say, you too much. Listen to me. Any man that does not have spiritual authority over his life, Scooby-Doo, 440. If you see, you just see his ear show up like this. Don't see the full head. You just see the ear show as if that ear looks like his ear. My friend, run. Don't wait to see the full head. Because seeing the full head may put you in trouble. I'm telling you the truth. Because people don't used to understand that thing. But by the time their eyes, nobody told me, but me, I'm saying now. Somebody is told you now. Somebody is told you now. If you marry a man that doesn't have a spiritual authority over his life, that nobody can talk to him, nobody can caution him, nobody can rebuke him, nobody can say, my friend, sit down. Tomorrow, that one is one chance. It's just one chance. You're a goner. My prayer is that for some people like that, they'll be able to rescue themselves like this girl that I'm talking about now, who carry her bag now. She has rescued herself back to her mother's house. So I know they marry again. I know they marry again. I know they marry. If so na marriage be, I prefer to remain single. I know they marry again. You'll be her biggest enemy if you tell her not to come and go back. Learn to hide to flourish. Learn to hide. It's a dangerous life. You are here, Zionhill, because God has given you a prophet after his own heart. That is your God-ordained prophet. That's what Jeremiah 3:15 says. I will give you pastors after my heart. You with knowledge and understanding. So stay under your prophetic covering. And make up your mind to connect properly. Don't stay with one leg in, one leg out. I'm a member of Zionhill Church. Evangel Abara is my pastor, my spiritual father. He's my daddy. But you are carrying your head to go and be collecting candle. Collecting coconuts and alligator pepper somewhere. Sometimes I will see people carry it. So, and that week, there was one man like that used to do his just marry name.